Hello and welcome to another stream, Matura Express stream. My name is Chris and today we're going to talk about learning content and so on. Okay, welcome back. As I've already mentioned in the introduction, today we're going to talk about strategies for learning content and vocabulary. Let's start with the overview. Today we're gonna talk about first of the importance of a study plan, then how to summarize your topics, how to create mind maps to revise topics, how to practice speaking about topics, strategies for learning topic vocabulary, and how to practice applying learned vocabulary. Okay. So, if you have already experience with learning content, with learning a lot of stuff, so not only 2 pages of content, but also a lot of, you know where I'm aiming for. So if you have to study for a specific test that requires a lot of work to do, or medium work to do, then it's wise to make a study plan. So it might sound silly for some of you, but a study plan can really help you to achieve your goals, as with everything in your life. Which doesn't mean you should make a study plan for your life, but you should set some goals. So, and that's also thank you for opening it. Sorry, just Microsoft, I guess. It helps you to achieve your study goals faster. So if you have goals and if you have a plan, you can reach them in a faster way, more quickly. It helps you stay focused. So in order to being kind of disturbed by other things that are going on in your life, study plan can help you to focus on one thing, for example, for 2 hours, and then do something different. The same goes with planning your day. So if you have certain periods in the day where you want to study, you can plan your day better, or do whatever you want, or study other things and so on. And of course, it helps you to keep an overview, because you've set your goals. Normally you're doing goal setting with, for example, you have to learn a few topics, and then you set your goals week 1, this topic. And if you reach your goals, you can tick it, and you have an overview what you've done and what you still have to do. So that's why it is important to have a study plan. So if you have a study plan, and if you have a lot of topics, such as for the Matura here, you somehow need to start, or at least I did it in my studies, to summarize topics or stuff you have to learn. So a good way to start is just to start thinking what is the general, or what are the most important aspects of the topic. And what is the topic about? So maybe just brainstorm about it, or think about it, or use the book you have or the books you have, and try to find out what are the most important aspects, what is this topic all about, and so on. So also think about new developments that can influence our daily lives. So if there is something going on in the present, use that to your advantage and add it to your preparation. Also very important for the A levels, since these are oral A levels, is of course pronunciation, but also vocabulary and phrases. So write down the most useful vocabulary and phrases. I think with some books you have it in the back, but normally you should have it in the chapters, in the single chapters, and then you should be able to kind of find out what you really have to know, which ones, and of course use the internet to research. In order to find a good structure, might be handy to use the book again, because normally the book lists the content in a very kind of clean and looking manner, so we can just take that and kind of copy it. I think that is clear. The point 4, that you have to assign all the important phrases to each topic and subtopic. Don't have to do it, but I think it's quite helpful. Yes. Also create mind maps. That's really important, because then things get a bit more easier for your brain to process. It is not, everything is not super encrypted, and so also important is of course to brainstorm, because then you know what you already know, and if you think about something by yourself, it is easier than in the A levels to add knowledge or pass them or whatever you want to do. So in this case, I've provided you the chapter Communication and Media, and the media in the book English, should be English, not English, für die Berufsreifeprüfung. I'll know that book. In this case, we have some sort of a main structure. We have the mass media, which encompasses not only television, newspapers, and magazines, but also you should also be able to provide a definition, negative and positive aspects of the mass media. So important. The next subtopic in this case is internet and mobile phones. You have the internet, you have mobile phones, and you have social networking. So that's the things you should know. Another important thing, again, is you should be able to provide definitions, and you should elaborate on the negative and positive aspects of internet and mobile phones and social networking, of course. So all of this here, here, should be able to negative, positive aspects, provide definition, yes. So, as I've already explained to you, creating mind maps helps support you to revise topics, which is quite helpful, of course. So think about the main aspects of each topic. In this case, we have mass media and internet mobile phones. And then divide the topic into smaller parts. Smaller parts in this case would be television, newspaper, magazines, the internet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then you start creating a mind map. For those of you who don't know what a mind map is or how a mind map looks, that's the example I provide to you here. That's a very simple form. I think I would do it differently now, but yeah, such to showcase how you could do that. And most important is when you decide to do a mind map, it is important to work accurately, so not super clumsy, because then it's all over the place. So you have communication, and the media is the big umbrella topic, I'd say. And then you have the subtopic mass media, which is or can be divided into television. And then television can be subdivided into documentaries, currents, affair, programs, and so on. That's how you do a mind map. Very simple, and it really helps you to revise. Okay, practicing speaking about topics. I think it's quite obvious, so use English as much as possible. Practice your pronunciation with the help of online dictionaries. They always have a sound file, but be sure to use native online dictionaries, so such as Merriam-Webster or Oxford dictionaries, whatever you would like. But I'd recommend for the A levels. I think they're quite focused on British English. So would be Oxford. Present the topics to a near friend or girlfriend or family, so that you already have training in speaking, and that you're not that super nervous and have to think about all the words. So think in English, read a lot, listen a lot, watch a lot, whatever you want. Using or learning vocabulary is something that is nowadays has become even more easier. Especially what I would recommend, of course, revise, but also use an app and write the vocabulary down. So these are the three things that really help you to constantly add vocabulary to your memory, and then use it, of course, with the exam or for the exam. Yeah, you all know the lists. There are a lot of lists online for each learning level. So learning levels is B1, B2, and so on. Try to find out list. Maybe do your own. It's better, I think, because then you have to write something and then you already kind of store it somehow in your brain, your memory. Yeah, and the practicing for applying learned vocabulary, I think, is speaking, writing, and thinking in English. So maybe go to a pub where there are a lot of English speaking people. Talk to them. Maybe you have a friend or visit another country and try to speak as much English as possible, and then you will improve finally. Yes, that's it for today's stream, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching this stream, and good night, and see you next week. Bye bye.